Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida, at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard, and it kind of looks like rain. I am doing a Halloween themed bunch of colors and enjoying the heck out of it, so I'm not going to stop. And I've been doing a lot of submersions. I want to put a whole bunch of this paint white right in one place and see how well, I know it already works well, my paint spreading spatula works from one spot. Don't mind the weirdness. Don't know where that came from. Got glasses, nearby. Glasses help me see the difference between canvas and white paint. It's kind of hot out here today, so paint is drying pretty fast, and I want a fairly decent layer of paint that won't dry too fast. And the spatula helps me a lot with that. If you're interested in the spatula, check the Amazon link under the video and look for the omelet turning OXO omelet turning spatula. Buy the bigger of the two. It's less expensive, don't know why, and it works better for what we want it for. And everybody who's gotten one so far has reported back that they are very, very well pleased, and so they should be, because this is bonus time. This is a really good thing, and I do want that thick layer. And you do have to keep cleaning off your tools, even the spatula tools, even the Princeton Catalyst spatula art tools, because if you don't, you get little bits of dried on acrylic paint, and then when you go to spread things, you get furrows, lines, things that you don't want where you don't want them. I'm going to leave the sides of my canvas unpainted for a little while I decide that I made a inversion pour cup out of an already still wet paint container. And I think I'm going to be, I think I'm going to use the other black, and I'm still going for an orange, black, lighter orange, purple Halloween theme. But I am using chain now, and I'm loving the chain. Oh my god, it's so much fun. I recommend it highly. I'm not much good at the string pulls. I don't know why, but I don't really care anymore. I want a little squirt of pink. Don't ask me why. I shook all these bottles. They're 16-ounce bottles. I leave a little bit of room at the top so you can shake them. I put a marble in there. And I will, if I don't like exactly what I've got, I will go back and add from squeeze bottles, which is fine. Hopefully I get something halfway decent. I did just do one with a chain pull that I thought was going to be horrible to begin with, and because I decided to do the chain pull, it turned out beautifully. Alright, I'm just going to do a little more. Can't help it. I like some really light purple. I have some lilac around here somewhere. Where is that? That's not really it. Thought it was, but I guess it's not. That's not really it either. I have light pink, that doesn't really count. Okay, so let's back to the theme at hand. Let's put a puddle of paint around. Let's take that bug out. Bye, bug. I'm going to throw a little more green in there. I'm not sure it's a good idea or not, but I'm throwing it in there anyway. Oh, yes. Okay, so I got a lot too much paint. I am going to grab my edge catcher. Grab another edge catcher. Yep. Edge catchers are what I catch edges with when I pour paint. This is one single piece cut in half of the 16 by 20 inch inserts that come to protect Michael's 16 by 20 inch value pack bulk rate 20 pack of canvases. It's $40 or $45. You get 2 of these in there, and then you have to cut them apart yourself. So here we go. Here goes nothing. And those, I just did a swipe, a 10 by 20 inch swipe, which you may see before or after this, who knows. I'm also going to take my Catalyst spatulas and push that paint right down there. I did use a lot of paint this time, and maybe if I hadn't have put such a thick layer of white on the background, it might work out a little differently. It changes with that thickness. if you use a bucket to clean your tools like I do, please throw your water in the side yard or into a bucket, into a plant pot or something. I really want to use the torch because the torch, my paint mixture, the recipe is below the video description, and it tells you that I use 10% or 20% GAC 800 to 80 or 90% color, and that keeps the thick paint from cracking. And then the rest of my mix, when I'm done with that part of it, is all Floetrol, which may or may not have silicone in it, I'm not sure. But I don't add any extra silicone to my art. I did intend for this to be Halloween colors, and I did intend for it to be a chain pull, but it's looking pretty cool. So, being that I'm a woman and I can change my mind if I want to, there's a good chance of that. I'd like to see what happens if we do this without doing anything else to it at first. I'd like to keep the cells because they're beautiful, and that's why I do the inversion pours, because when the paint leaches out under that puddle, it just comes out beautiful. But I do have lamp chain, and I do kind of want to get in there. But by the same token, I can pull things or swipe things. I'm not thrilled with this yet, but that doesn't mean that can't change. And if I use an edge catcher, I will be catching a lot of paint and then throwing it right back onto the canvas into that pattern. There's probably a lot of layers of color right in there. I'm not really seeing brown, but it's not as... unless it's the mad scientist brain. I guess it's that phase right now. So it could be construed as such. But I'm inclined to let myself have a few colors that I don't have in here showing yet, and use them to lead paint. I'm going to recenter my paint a little bit and let it all fall down. And hopefully I don't lose all my cells. I usually tip that back and forth, but since I just sort of lost control of it for a second, I got quite a bit of paint on the edge catcher. So that's kind of cool. I'm not sure where it's going. Makes me want to just let some paint fall down over the edge. That white paint means that I can unearth stuff. And since paint flows to paint, wet paint will fill in. But we have some pretty brownish looking stuff where that green is, and I'm not super duper thrilled with it yet. But we can move what's here around and improve on what we see. And I always tell you guys, if you don't like what you see, you can for certain cover it with some other paint and improve on it markedly. So I'm pulling my paint, squeezing it back, and letting it come down again. I don't know, I don't find this terribly attractive yet, but I guess that's the risk you take with Halloween colors. I do love orange and purple, but throwing the green in there is a little risky, I think, to tell you the truth. I got my thumb in the painting, yes I do. Oh well, at least it's a white part. I'm going to let some of that run right off. Right onto my edge catcher. Use it as a catch cloth. I have something rather large right there that I don't want in there, that I would like to come out. Thank you. So that's getting a little better. Halloween colors and all. Not minding it as much. Looks like it's just going to turn out to be a sweep. Is what I call them when they go from one corner to another. Ooh, almost dropped that edge catcher right in there. That was not my plan. Thank goodness it didn't happen either. So, I've got white, and what I know about white is that it helps my folk art purple stay purple. I'm going to take whatever's schmutzy. Let's see if we can improve on what we've got here and actually turn it into something we like. And that would be a good thing. I'm going to wipe off my spatula a little bit in between. These Princeton Catalyst art tools are nice swipe tools. I really do enjoy swiping with them. You can also part paint. I don't know why, it's sort of reminding me of the Bride of Frankenstein's hairdo, which is perfect going along with the theme right now. My dog has just arrived. He's deciding that he wants to play rock, and he's going to look for one until he finds one, and then you're going to hear me tell him that his timing is off. Just a little. Okay, so those are some pretty dramatic colors, I gotta say what. And I didn't like what was happening, but I like it better now than I did, by far. And I'm not gonna give up. We got 6 minutes left. If you like the experiments that I do, and you feel like helping me keep painting, please feel free. Thank you very much to all the contributors. And thank you very much for all the potential contributors. I really appreciate you guys keeping me working. I know a lot of people appreciate my videos, so you're helping them too. And I know they appreciate that. And I am having a good time. I've got to stop putting tops back on. And I don't know how far I want to go with this. I thought I was going to dip some chain in there, and I'm not done yet. This is kind of strange here. I like it. I don't know if I'm going to... keep it or do something completely different with it. This is sort of my permission day. I could pull out all kinds of tools, and I kind of really thought I would, and I just haven't, because I've been playing with what's right in front of me, making the best of it, which is a way I recommend going, for sure. Not sure what's happening here, but I'm sure I'm still having fun, so. The white paint is still somewhat wet, so we can still drag this, I was going to say skewer, drag the spatula through it. So many S words, so little time. I know I'm weird. It's okay. I'm going to do a little touching up on my edge down there. Maybe I'll just run that right up. We haven't used the torch on this to see if we can release any patterns yet, and it's pretty wild and kind of bizarre, and that's okay with me. I'm going to keep reaching for whatever strikes my fancy in the Halloween theme family of colors. I know, I'm getting weirder. It's okay. As long as I keep making you videos and you keep liking them, we're all good. Agitated paint will often make cells with Floetrol without any silicone. And I think I mentioned already I don't use it, or at least not very much. So that's a kind of an odd corner, but that's okay. The white paint does make the folk art purple if you've gotten your hands on some, if you're fortunate, because it's rare. Rare as hen's teeth right now. I think if I'd never mentioned it, there might be more of it in the world, but that's the way that goes. So I like all this, but it's not really doing enough. I'm going to use that to cover the sides. Oh, and I've got paint dripping down. That's perfect. That means I can cover up. I will probably just take that right out of there. Although, maybe I won't. I know people are like, oh no, you put another spiral in there. Oh well, you know, I'll do what I want. I got that thick white paint, and that's kind of helping. It does make me want to experiment, though. And that's okay with me. I'm not thrilled with that color, so I'm going to just bury it. And utilize whatever comes down on top. Whoops. Fingers in the paint. I'm just going to put some more paint right there because I can. And that ought to resolve my issue with any luck at all. Yeah, that's got some interesting stuff going on. I haven't added a lot more black or anything. I'm pretending there's no brown in here. That's okay. I think I like the orange enough to throw a little more in there. And that's mostly purple up that way, so we're going to use a little bit of the, oops, not really what I had in mind. Okay. Let's make the best of it. Yep, the dog is here. It's like, I got my rug. That's too bad. My puppy. Alright. Whether it's alright or not, it's still alright. I want something, and I don't know if I need more of that or not. I don't think I do. So a little will go a long way to help me find out. Halloweeny spirals. That's what I'm calling them. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it. Not only that, I think we can do some more of that. I've seen these colors turn into like flame-like shapes a few times today. Now I often put paint right on my skewer, and I do want a line of paint through there, and probably some other stuff other places. And you can roll that skewer right off on the edge. It might take a little practice. So we got a minute left, and I don't remember what I've told you and what I haven't told you, but if you're looking for the wet and dry artworks from YouTube, check at the bottom of the description. Open Show More. You'll find my recipe, you'll find Pinterest, you'll find my Instagram. I do sell my artwork. If you're interested in buying any, let me know, and we'll give you an email and set you up and have a conversation, and that would be cool. Really? Okay, never mind. Yes, I was just inspired to add some yellow there. I will be torching. Not sure what's going to happen with this down here at all. Yet. Anyway, so the Amazon link helps you shop and doesn't cost you anything extra, and it helps me out when you do so. PayPal and Patreon icons are on my YouTube header, and the link is in the description. If you can afford to help me keep painting, that would be great. So far, so good. I really appreciate all the conversations that you guys have with me. If you have questions, feel free to ask, as long as you checked under the video for the description. Huh. Not sure about that. Let's add more. It's kind of fun to play with, though. It's an anomalous little critter. It's a Halloween critter. We got some strange textures going on. That's okay. We got some strange colors going on. That's okay, too. I think we are pretty close to being done. I like that